Today, we're going to assemble and install RC4 drive stamped steel beadlocks on the SCX24 along with Wrangler Goodyear tires and millstone weights. And I'm going to show you a couple of the issues that I ran into and how we can easily get past those. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Uncle Lee, BULLGEAR RC videos. And today we're going to be taking a look at the SCX24 that I have here. I haven't really done too much with this thing, but one thing I noticed, this is a little CR24, and I did a little work to this one, made it mine. If you missed that, you can go back and look at the videos I've done on this one. One of the things about this little CR24, guys, is that it comes with a substantially lower center of gravity, and it's able to incline a lot better than the SCX24. So one of the things that we are going to be looking at today is lowering the center of gravity on this thing. And I'm going to do some of the standard stuff that a lot of people are doing. Number one, we're going to add the millstones, and then we are also going to be adding these 1-inch RC 4-wheel drive wagon wheels. These are stamped steel. There's a part number if you need that. And we are also going to be installing the RC 4-wheel drive. These are the Goodyear Wrangler MTRs in the X2S3 compound. So these are the soft ones, guys. Now you'll notice this screw right here lines right up with the point in this little opening. So does this one. So that's something you want to keep in mind, because all the rest of the holes don't line up. So there's only one way, possibly two ways, that these go back together. So if you keep that as a reference point, that points right to this last screw, it'll be easier for you to figure out which way they go back together. Alright, so the first time I attempted to install these RC 4-wheel drive 1-inch wheels, I failed miserably, and I actually stripped out my hub. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, we stripped out the hub the first attempt. So I actually contacted RC 4-wheel drive, and they were kind enough to send me a couple new hubs. But one of the things I've learned, and now you see I've got this one pressed in from the back, and as you see, that pushes out some paint. And that's if you're messing with these wheels, that's one of the first things I would advise that you do, is take that hub and press it in from the back side over here where you can get to it good, and push that paint out of your way, because you do want that hub to snap into place like this, so you don't have to hold it while you're putting these wheels together. Now once you've got the paint out of your way, then you can remove the hub and snap it back in from the correct side, making sure that your holes all line up. Now we insert our inner ring and make sure that the ring sits in the bead of the tire on the inside all the way around. Alright, once again, guys, the two most important things. We have to make sure that the hub stays in place. That is of vital importance when we're putting these little 1-inch RC 4-wheel drive stamped steel beadlocks together. This one I actually put a little spot of crazy glue in there just to make sure that that doesn't move. And again, we need to keep in mind that the one bolt hole here and here line up with the V in the wagon wheel. All the rest of them don't. So that makes it real easy to line these up, guys, because they only go just that way. So let's get this last one together and we'll move on. Alright, so we got this thing put together last night, and you know, I did some of it off camera, and we ran into a couple other little issues that I thought I would bring to your attention, because if you're going to do this mod, it's going to be helpful to you to know these things. Now, one of the issues that we ran into was when I tried to put the RC four-wheel drive wheels along with the millstone weights, hex extenders. What I found was we have what they call a barrel nut. So this nut reaches inside through the hub back into where our threads are at, because it extends it out wider, so we have to reach back there and get the threads. But the barrel nut, the outside diameter, was too big to go through the RC four-wheel drive beadlock wheel. So what I wound up having to do was to drill that out with a 3mm drill bit so that the barrel nut would fit through the hub. The next issue that I ran into was that the head of the barrel nut is a lot larger than the stock nut that went on the stock wheels. So when I tried to install it, there's not enough room between the wheel nuts and the barrel nut to get in there and tighten it down with a socket or any other tool that I had at my disposal. Maybe there's some sort of a special tool that you could use. So what I did was I just took my little Dremel tool with a cutoff wheel, and I just put a slot into each one of them so that I could actually use a flathead screwdriver to tighten them down. So anyway, yeah, that's what it was. A little bit more involving than just putting the stuff together, bolting it on. There's a few little modifications that you have to do if you want to set your truck up like this, but I think in the end it was worth it. You know, took me a couple hours sitting here messing with it to get it all put together, but yeah, it's a lot lower center of gravity. It's wider. I have no doubt that this is going to be a definite performance improvement over stock. So we got some more stuff in mind that we're going to be doing to this. I'm going to just kind of take my time with it, and we'll get this thing modded up and see what she'll do. But till next time, guys, or Uncle Lee, BULLGEAR RC Video said, I'll see ya.